What if I told you that a boy who once slept hungry, who wore the same torn shoes for 3 years, who was told, "You will never become anything," would one day employ hundreds of peoples? This is not a movie. This is not a fairy tale. This is the story of Armin. Armin was born in a tiny rented room near a railway track. Every night, the sound of trains shook the walls. Every morning, reality shook his dreams. His father worked at a construction site. His mother cleaned houses. Money was not counted in thousands. It was counted in coins. At 12 years old, Armin started selling water bottles at traffic signals. While other kids went home to do homework, Armin knocked on car windows. Some people ignored him. Some insulted him. Some gave him pity. But no one gave him opportunity. One night, after earning very little, he asked his father, "Dad, are we always going to live like this?" His father stayed silent. And that silence hurt more than any answer. That night, Armin made a decision. If life would not change for him, he would change his life. At 16, Armin noticed something interesting. Street vendors were buying mobile covers at high prices from middlemen. Customers were always asking for cheaper options. He saw a gap, and where others saw survival, he saw business. He borrowed a small amount of money, traveled to the wholesale market, bought mobile accessories in bulk. He didn't have a shop, so he sold them on a small cloth spread on the roadside. The first week, failure. The second weeks. But Armin didn't quit. He studied customers. He improved his pitch. He offered small discounts. He smiled even when rejected. Slowly sales increased. At 19, disaster struck. Municipal officers removed roadside vendors. His entire stock was confiscated. Years of savings gone. He went home empty-handed. That night, he cried, not because he lost money, but because he felt powerless. For the first time, he considered quitting, but then he remembered something. No one is coming to rescue you. The next morning, instead of sitting in defeat, he did something bold. He started selling online. He borrowed a friend's smartphone, learned social media marketing, posted product pictures daily, delivered orders himself on a bicycle. Slowly orders began increasing, then they exploded. By 25, Armin opened his first small shop. By 28, he became a wholesale supplier. By 30, he launched his own brand of mobile accessories. Retailers who once ignored him now waited outside his office. The same traffic signals where he once sold water bottles now displayed billboards of his company. One evening, Armin visited the railway track where he grew up. The trains still passed. The noise was still loud, but his wife was silent with success. He whispered to himself, "Poverty was my starting point, not my final destination." Listen carefully. Success is not about where you start. It's about how long you can endure. How many times you can stand up, how badly you refuse to stay small. If a street seller can build an empire but is stopping you, if this story inspired you, like this video, share it with someone who needs motivation, and subscribe for more real-life success stories. And because